So, marketplace.tf is making a huge change. By December 15th, marketplace.tf will have rolled out a change which limits the amount of people who are allowed to sell their items on their website. Now, this has come as a shock to a lot of the trading community because that was the best way, hands down, to cash out of TF2 as far as most of the community was concerned. It was the safest, it was the biggest, and most of the time it was the fastest. Before we properly jump into this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been coming to my Twitch streams recently, and the people who have been watching all of my videos, subscribing to my channel, and just in general, like, supporting me with all of my goals and stuff. There's been genuine goals that I've had for over 5 years now, and they are actually within reaching distance of me, and that is not something I thought would ever be possible for me to be telling you guys. The fact that we're nearly at 100,000 subscribers and that you guys have all been subscribing to help me hit that. If you're not subbed, just click the button, please. And Twitch Partner is something that, is actually possible. So if you have nothing else to do, every time I upload a video, I also go live on Twitch. So there will be a link in the description if you want to come and watch me live stream. If not, that's cool. But if you have nothing else to do, you may as well click it, stop by. It's a fun time. So anyway, let's talk more about marketplace.tf. So, like I said in the intro, marketplace.tf is going to be limiting the amount of people who are able to sell on their website. So I think the main question people have is, why are they even stopping this? Well, the blog post that they posted basically explained it pretty simply. It felt like they always had to deal with like a million different issues like fraudulent payments, account hijacking attempts, and a bunch of other stuff similar to those two examples I've already given you. And basically, it was a lot of work, and that work and the money that they made from marketplace.tf barely became worth the time and effort they were putting into each of those issues all of the time. Which from a business standpoint makes complete sense, and I don't blame them at all for making this decision. If you're putting a lot of work into dealing with problems and fixing everything and generally like the running costs of the website, the profit that you're making needs to be worth it. And apparently for the owners of Marketplace, it didn't seem like that really at all. I assume that if they were making a whole lot more while dealing with these problems, then this wouldn't have really happened because the money they were making was more worth the time they were investing in. But I could be wrong about that, so please don't quote me. I have no idea if that's right or not. There's a chance that even if they were making millions, these problems were just so draining and so annoying and just so constant that they would still shut down the site anyway. But nobody knows. So what does this mean for everyone else? Honestly, not a whole lot. There's still sites you can cash out of your TF2 items safely, but from now on, if a new site pops up and claims they pay you for your items and that you can use it to cash out, just be a little bit careful, ask around a little bit to people who might have used this site or people big into trading and ask what they think. Or, if you are going to test it yourself, use a cheaper item so if there is a scam and you do get your item stolen off you, you've not lost as much as putting your whole inventory on there and completely losing it. And then if that website is a scam that you've tried out, you can spread the word so people don't actually fall for it because you've been good and you've actually tested it with something that you weren't that afraid to lose. But basically, you just won't be able to use Marketplace to sell all your items like you would have been able to before, so the stock on Marketplace will also be a little bit smaller than it was before. I feel like this is only going to be an issue, really, if you buy a lot of stuff on Marketplace.tf, but I'm assuming that these other sites that are popping up and that already exist will also allow you to buy items on there, so any stock that might have ended up on Marketplace.tf by default will now be spread out amongst a bunch of other different sites as well, so realistically, all the items will still be there for you to buy, but they just won't be on one website, which would be so much easier. But I wouldn't really say that this is a reason to panic. You shouldn't be rushing to cash out all of your TF2 items straight away, and you shouldn't think that the TF2 trading is over as we know it. While this could end up being a decent hit to the economy, which I don't think it will be, but you never know, other sites will pop up in the time it takes Marketplace to actually stop people from selling their items on the site. Hopefully, there will be some other good sites that pop up between now and December, and that all of the other sites that already exist could work on their marketing a little bit more, because this honestly is the time for all of these other sites to actually start making moves and trying to become bigger sites and platforms for people to trade on. Because the biggest site that does what they're doing is announcing that they've stopped doing it. So that's basically my opinion on it. I'm not overly scared about the whole thing. Obviously, it sucks that we can't just keep using the one site that we've been using for years and that we all trust. But I do feel confident that other sites will pop up and that somebody else will replace Marketplace.tf. It's the same thing as YouTubers leaving. One YouTuber leaves, another YouTuber rises up and eventually takes their place. I think everything's going to be fine. I know it can be very scary if such a big site like marketplace.tf announces that they're stopping something like this, and it does make sense that people are panicking, but I don't think there is any real reason to be doing that. I mean, I'm not cashing out my items, and, there's quite a lot of them, so it'd be a lot of money that I lose if everything does go downhill, but I don't think it will. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave the video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm almost at 89,000 subscribers and I'd love to hit 90k as soon as possible. So if you're not already subbed, please make sure you click the button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, if you aren't doing anything after the stream, make sure you click on the link in the description to come to my Twitch stream and hang out there for a little bit. It should be a lot of fun. Anyway, once again, thank you all so much for watching the video. Thank you for all of the support you guys have been giving me recently. And I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.